Welcome everyone to today's stretch break. My name is Jazzy and I'm a health fitness specialist here with Axos at Autodesk. And today we are going to be stretching. So today's stretch will be kid friendly if your kids are joining us today. So we are going to start off on our feet standing. So we're going to start standing nice and tall. And we're going to take our hands, we're going to interlace our fingers, pointing our palms straight above our head. So we're going to reach as high as we can, reach in for the sky, keeping those shoulder blades pinned down and back. And we're going to go ahead and bend to the right first, reaching as far as you can, feeling that stretch in your side. Making sure we're breathing nice and deep, feeling our chest open up here. And let's straighten back up, going to the center. And moving to the other side. So now I'm going to my left, pushing my palms as high as I can towards the sky. Feeling that side stretch here. And let's go back to center. And from here, we're going to go into a forward fold. So we're going to now bring our hands down and we're going to touch the ground. And we can let our arms get really heavy here. So if you want to grab your elbows, if your hands are touching the ground, but try and really just relax the neck and the shoulders here with each exhale. Really feeling that stretch in the backs of our legs and our hamstrings right here. And then we're going to kind of just let our arms one at a time swing in a circle. So we're going to go clockwise here about 5 times, like we're stirring a pot of something. And then we're going to go counterclockwise, so going the other way, just letting those arms hang and rotate here. Again, like we're going to stir a pot of beans or something going on here. And then we'll do the other arm. So again, letting the arm hang, one clockwise for about 5. So we're going to help us stretch out our shoulders here. And go counterclockwise. Awesome. And let's go ahead now. We're going to take our hands and we're going to slide them under our feet. So this is really going to help us get an extra stretch in the backs of our legs and our hamstrings. Make sure we're breathing nice and deep. You need to bend your knees a little bit to feel a little bit better. Let's go bend those knees just a little. And from here, we're going to grab onto our big toe. And we're going to go into a nice deep squat. So we're just going to drop down into a squat, let those hips open up. We want to make sure our feet are flat in the ground here, still holding on to those toes. And we're going to use those glutes to stand back up, still holding on to those toes. And let's go back down into a squat. So this is kind of an active stretch for the glutes and the hamstrings and the hips. Let's squeeze, come, stand back up. And let's go ahead and do 2 more here. So dropping back down into a squat. Awesome job, you guys. Really letting those hips open. And stand back up. And let's go ahead and do 1 more. Squat down. Nice big deep breath at the bottom. And standing back up. And from here, we're going to drop down to our hands and our knees so we can slowly get back onto, or not back on the ground, slowly drop down to the ground. Put my glasses back on. And from here, we're going to do a couple quadruped rocks. So we're going to have our knees shoulder width apart, our hands also shoulder width apart, directly under our shoulders. And we're just going to rock back. So we're going to rock back, squeeze the glutes, and come back up. So you really want to make sure that we're keeping our back nice and flat. keeping our core tight. Don't forget to breathe. We're gonna go ahead and do 5 of these. Make sure we're squeezing the glutes, coming back up. You can pause at the bottom for a second to get a nice stretch in those hips. Yeah, let's go ahead and do one more. Awesome. The next step to this stretch is we're going to go ahead and stretch out the inside parts of our legs. So we're going to kick our foot out like a kickstand. So right now my right leg is straight out, right foot is straight on the ground, so we don't want anything turned. We want our heel big toe, little toe on the ground. And we're going to sink back into that same position and squeeze the glutes and come back up. So it's really important here, keeping that back nice and flat. Keep your heel, big toe, little toe planted onto the ground. It's going to really help us open up our inner thigh, our adductors right here, and our hip. We're going to do 5 of those too. So we have 2 more coming up. And one last one. Great job, everyone. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the other leg. So right now, my left leg is out like a kickstand. Right knee under my right hip. Rocking back. Squeeze the glutes, come back up. Okay, keeping that back nice and flat. Keeping that core nice and tight. 2 more here. And last one. Perfect. All right, step 3 of the same, not same, but similar stretch here. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep that leg out to the side. So my right leg is out. But when we rock back, what we're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and you're going to thread it in between your left leg and your left arm, just like that, reaching through as far as you can, planting that hand back on the ground and coming back up. So we're going to rock, and then we're going to reach as far as we can, plant the hand back on the ground, come back up. So it's 3 parts. We're going to do 5 of those. So rock back, reach as far as you can, place that hand back, and come up. Great job, you guys. Really reaching as far as we can here. Really stretching out our back, opening everything up. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe. We got 1 more on this side. Awesome job. And now we will switch to the left leg. So same thing, foot is flat on the ground. We're gonna rock back, but this time we are taking our left hand, reaching out in between the right hand and the right leg. So we rock back, reach as far as you can, plant the hand back up. Great job, you guys. We got 2 more here. And last one. And we'll go ahead and slowly get back up. And one last thing before we finish, kind of shake it all out. We're going to go ahead and do some arm circles. So we're going to do 5 forwards and 5 backwards. So we're going to make nice big arm circles. So reaching all the way up behind you, coming forward. Try and make as big of circles as you can with your arms. Go ahead and do 1 more this direction, and then we'll go ahead and switch. Now we're going backwards. So up overhead. Again, trying to make as big of circles as you can. 2 more, you guys. And last one. And then you can go ahead and, sorry, one last one. We'll hug the world and then hug yourself. Hug the world, hug yourself. And that will conclude today's stretch break. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you had a good time. And we will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the stretch break with Brittany. And then don't forget Workout Wednesday with Louise tomorrow. It is going to be kid friendly, so don't miss out. And then our exercise with Exos on Thursday will also be kid friendly. So having a fun kid friendly week. Woohoo!